So I took the family to the state fair, and of course you got to go to Machinery Hill. And once you know, they have a setup that might be our next setup that we're looking at. Mini excavator with a drum mulcher. I don't honestly think this is this setup could run that big of a drum mulcher. A 3-ton machine with an open station. I'll be looking at a 4, probably a 5-ton with a enclosed cab. Get the forestry door on it and that kind of stuff. But basically, this style of setup. Yeah, you an articulated wheel loader? Pretty cool. Okay.
We have inventory. It's kind of the show special. There's a lot of dealers that can't get brought up.
Trust me, I know. Okay. So, like in the museum video, I was talking about the old hit and miss machines churning ice cream. Well, here is exactly what I was talking about.
Got the John Deere plot. Oh yeah, the dangly, colorful cords. So be very careful with those. What's that called?
This is a land plane. It's a little bit easier to operate than a box blade. It's definitely something in the maybe we should purchase. Haven't quite figured what the next earth moving equipment will be. Box blade, land plane. Definitely in the market, definitely shopping for something, and it's good to see it firsthand, see the size of it, and kind of try to forecast if that's an area that we should move the company into, or is it just straight to a Harley rate type of deal. That's all something that we're trying to figure out and see what we need for the next episode. Stay tuned.
I see a John Deere model straight ahead called a Gator. Can you explain to me what that does?
Oh, the Gator's been around for quite a long time. I don't know if it was the first side-by-side, but I remember them 20 years ago. And the biggest thing was the 6-wheel Gator. And I think they were diesel, and that was kind of a big deal for the first side-by-side utility style. Now they've, gone through quite a few iterations, and all the other major manufacturers manufacture their side-by-side. And we saw earlier the Polaris military side-by-side that's turbo diesel, and they're claiming to be, one of the first turbo diesels. Well, actually, the Gator and the Gator diesel beat them by probably 20 years. And now you're just seeing the new revisions come out.
And there's the big Haas.
Yeah. An 8R. Ours is a 2R. This is an 8R. Boy, I'm sure we could grind some stumps with that thing.
I don't know if we can get people's backyards with that thing.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we go through anything we need to with that thing to get into someone's yard. I don't think a fence is going to stop it. Probably not even a garage. Here's a great example of a 3R series. Now with the 2R, and the MSL, the mechanical self-leveling loader, Our 2038 really really believes it's bigger than what it is. But honestly, with the PTO power and stuff that we can move into a 3R, realistically, this is probably the next logical step for us. Just to get that extra horsepower to get into a bigger machine. And honestly, it's good to see them firsthand. They're not that much wider. And I do believe that we could still get into gates and stuff like that. I'm not sold on the factory cab. Sure, it would be nice for heat and AC. I do like the visibility of an open station, and that's kind of what gives it the feel of just being exposed to the elements more so than like a skid steer and just being slammed into a claustrophobic operator station. So definitely looking at the 3R.
This is all my tractors here.
Sure enough, the John Deere's response to a military side-by-side. Pretty neat. Interesting to see how the Polaris stacks up to the John Deere and the different ways that they went about the kind of the same solution. This one, you'll see it has a much larger bed, much more cargo area, much more utilitarian. The Ranger, to me, looked like it was more a light infantry personnel carrier type deal. Pretty cool.
What is it actually?
Running.
I mean, what? What is it running for?
Running. Operating.
Operating?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yep, that's the same kind of thing. Hit and miss. Yep. Just different sizes. Here's some relatively newer John Deere's. Look at them advertising power steering. Something we just take for granted now. Same thing with anti-lock brakes. Well, I mean, every car has anti-lock brakes. Here's your 25 horse John Deere, your first 1025. That's just neat. Here's some local history. So this is purchased new in 1971 in Osseo to be used in Brooklyn Park, which now is completely a subdivision and commercial and industrial area, and there's no real agricultural land left. Hi Bob, Justin Meager. I'm with Bulldog Tractor out of Minneapolis, and I run a small tractor service company based out of Minneapolis. So we do brush hogging, if you could believe it. Really? Yeah, I was just looking at your tractors. So you're the original owner of all these.
The original owner.
And where did you buy them from?
The Alabama, they brought the Park Tractor, and it says Osseo on the sign, but technically it was in Brooklyn Park. We're Fleet Farmers today.
Yeah.
And the Massey was just 3 miles down the road to the east. The guy worked out of his farm at that time. Out of his
Cool.
barns and stuff.
And did you have agriculture land in Brooklyn Park?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. And I'm assuming that you've sold the land by now to a subdivision.
Oh, yeah. It's all houses and golf courses
Sure.
today.
How long did you farm the land?
My grandpa bought it in 1935.
Wow.
Farmed until, well, I started farming after I was out of high school. I started farming probably 1960. Up until school.
Okay.
But it was a family corporation.
Sure.
A lot of people farmed.
And then what crops did you farm?
I raised stock.
Raised stock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like cows and beef cows?
No, sod. Lawn. Grass
Oh,
that you
sod.
roll up. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Real cool. Real cool.
That Massey, most of his life, all it did was pull them over.
Oh, okay.
17-foot gang.
How many
someone
feet?
that they like were in charge of
17 feet behind that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. That's amazing.
And this little Al.
Time when John Deere's were yellow.
I suppose if you had enough money, you could get any color you wanted. You see the John Deere orange one? It's like case orange or...
Oh yeah, we got footage of that.
Yeah, it reminds me of a case anyways. Yellow, green.
Oh, wait a minute. Cub Cadet actually had a picture of a tiger cub on it at one time. Or did somebody just get real smart? Now, these don't look that old. Are these like the 70s or something? Or
Yeah,
I
we
did.
see 60s, 70s, and 80s when they went to the IH Red. That actually has a motor on it.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah.
That's the.
Self-driven right by your feet. Oh boy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I see them. I think. Yeah, back before safety was actually a thing, you could have a little kid ride with their feet next to a V-belt.
Yeah, why not, right? They gotta
Sure.
work too.